59. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Here we go.
Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
No chance.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You.
Cousins to throw it. This a screen to Abdullah. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Come on, fellas.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Cousins on target to Diggs. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
Mike, quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
A first down throw for Cousins. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch the out.
A toss to Abdullah. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Throwing is Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26. So they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys didn't come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 22, Cousins out to the left. It's complete to Dodson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
On first down, Abdullah. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one snipped out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Abdullah. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Cousins. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go!
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. On the ground with a rookie from Iowa State, David Montgomery. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
54, Mike, 54.
Let's go, D.
Hey, ball. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43.
Mike's by 4. Hey, watch the slant. Hey, alert.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Looking deep for Gabriel. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Right there.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Trubisky. Throw right side, caught by Davis. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Again, it's Trubisky. Miller on the catch over the middle. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker, can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky, completion left side to Miller. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Everson Griffin on the sack. Taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
That's what I do.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
I bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
To throwing in on 2nd down, Cousins. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Crunch time, defense.
On the run, Abdullah. And an alley to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
And the Vikings 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Come on, D.
They run with Abdullah. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one good for 26 and a first down.
58. Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
They'll try to run it in with Abdullah. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Abdullah. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Check 50, check 50. General West. Where's the hot?
Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's a little bit different size than they're used to seeing in Chicago, playing the middle linebacker position. But undersized or not, his speed is absolutely overwhelming. And when he arrives with a thump. The city of broad shoulders loves Roquan Smith.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Cut.
They begin with a run by Davis. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Right there, 54 Mike. I'm coming.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky caught out left side by Robinson. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure...
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, he's picked off just shy of midfield. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Mike 59. I'm not ready.
On the delay, this is Abdullah. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Strip that ball. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Here we go.
Now Cousins. And now he'll tuck it and run. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. So, we get slap happy up here sometimes. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Left side caught by Diggs. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Go! A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Minnesota.
Cousins now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. This is Abdullah. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
A 2nd down run for Abdullah. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Mike, 58. 48. Coming this way, here we go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Running left on the toss, Abdullah. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Amir Abdullah in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that will shave one more off this lead.
Come on, baby, let's go. Diggs time, let's go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch 54. Nice, sweetheart.
Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is
I'm
doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Trubisky. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They go play action. Trubisky is going to float this over the middle deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Bilal Nichols. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Running from the gun, it's Abdullah. Only a couple there, so he'll be brought down about the 28.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
It's a swerve on. Mike spot 9. Mike spot. Hey, receiver. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Check. Hey, Delta. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
3rd and long for Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
That's what I'm talking about.
There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid game.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. And Diggs has it. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, 18.
Now it's Trubisky.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
Middle of the field, it's Robinson. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time playbook.
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Trubisky to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 22 yards there, a first down.
22 yards. That's good for the Bears. First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And now the ball comes loose, and the Vikings pick up the football. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Abdullah, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding the ref.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. This is screen to Abdullah. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 17-yard line. Cousins now pretty remarkable. 14 of 15 through the air, only 1 incompletion. And another 1st and 10 here. They'll run left with Abdullah. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
It's our time, guys. Two. Tight dog. Good route here. Check 59. Mike is 59.
Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Hey, we're good.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Let's go, let's go!
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going.
Touchdown, Vikings! Mike Boone, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Mike 54. Target, 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 target. Alert, 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 alert.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. Looking deep for Gabriel. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So
now Trubisky lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky, throw left side, complete. That's Robinson. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, it's hard to get them started again occasionally.
Well, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle, and this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far, a big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. There he goes left side.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on first down from the left hash. A chip shot here. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down.
Keep it up. Red.
Trubisky will throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A Chicago first down, the former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
In your face.
Davis. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
218, chopper. Hey, check 24, check 24.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. The stuff to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. They'll set up the screen with Davis. That second down play nets a -4.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. That's complete right side to Gabriel. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it's just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Vikings, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew,
ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Ties burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Posse, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock, turn it up. We're giving a show. But can you rock it like rocket? What you talking about? Space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets? That's a close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate to dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints you rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We installed doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. Relieving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the rocket like rocket fuel.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, feeling like a savage. Tell my son I'm loving for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, tried to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You could see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah.